Okay, the name of this is going to be Pump Up Sprayers and Why the World Sucks. These little sprayers, not to endorse anybody, but it is a Roundup Pump Up sprayer. Buy them at Walmart, they're about 20 bucks. They're 2 gallon, which is just about perfect just to tote around. I carry these around in the back of the truck all summer long, and if I run across a weed I don't like, I just spray it. Easy, simple, cheap. But the problem is, every time I go back to buy another one, they get a little cheaper in the way they're made, and they cost a couple bucks more. So I have tried to figure out a way to beat them at their own game, which I have in a few instances. And I want to talk about sprayers. Now this sprayer here is the one I use right now. It's the last one I bought, probably bought it last year. And this wand that's on it is a good wand. Costs $5. Okay? The black one, that's what come on it. Cheap. It lasts about 2 months, and then the trigger starts sticking and leaks all the time. And this is what they used to have on them, which is very similar to this one. It's not quite as heavy. This one actually has a filter in the handle right here. This one, the $5 one that's replacement. This one does not. But I could get along with that one because it would last all year. Now you get that one. And I don't know, this year they may not even be that good. I don't know, but it works okay when it works, but it's made so cheap it just won't last. So this is an old one that was leaking right here where the hose goes in. You can see on this one. And I couldn't get it to seal up. And I couldn't figure out a way. This is the line that comes with it. You can see it's a very, very small line. So no matter how much you pump that thing up, it can just put a very, very small stream out. So I have found a solution to that. After thinking about this, being aggravated, I have disassembled one of the old black plastic ones, like this one here. Okay. That there looks like this whenever you take it all apart. Here's the button that sticks down, which the O-rings swell is what happens, and then the spring doesn't have enough tension to put it back up. I did find an O-ring in my O-ring assortment that seems to be working okay. The line that comes on this is a reinforced vinyl that over time it keeps getting harder and harder and harder and stiff, which is a problem because it's a funky size. So here is the solution that I have come up with, and I wanted to document this to myself if nobody else. This is a 5/16 double barb, just to put 2 5/16 hoses together. That's all it is. It's got a shoulder on it right here that actually measures a 1/2 inch, which just fits in this hole. And this black is a piece of 5/16 rubber fuel hose that I just cut off. As you can see, it's about a 3/8 of an inch thick. And slid it down on it. This is my seal. And it just fits in this hole. So when you screw the nut down on it, it compresses the rubber and seals it. The blue line is actually a piece of 1/4 inch air brake tubing. Plastic, cheap, nothing special about it. You can get it at any truck parts. And what I did was, this barb fitting is almost 1/4 inch on the ID, which is what this is, OD. So I just drilled out the end, just, I don't know, 1/4 inch deep or something like that. And then pushed this hose up in it. It fits pretty tight. As tight as you can get it, squeeze it up in there. But it's on there pretty good. And it really didn't have to be on there too good. Just tight. Slide right down in it. It's tight, which is what you want. Okay, get the camera on it here. Now the nut, this is the original nut. This is the modified nut. As you can see, it has been shortened a bit. That's because I needed the barb to stick out far enough to stick a hose on, so I just took a hacksaw and just cut it off right about here, which doesn't affect the way the nut works. Got 2 washers. Fit down over and the nut goes down over them. Screw the nut down tight. And it is tight and seals good. Okay, that was my biggest problem, finding something that would go down in there and I could seal it. So that's the big problem that was solved. This is the valve inside of this. And of course this doesn't screw together, it snaps together, which is okay because it makes it easy to take apart. But once you get the hose off, there's another view of that original hose that went down in there. It used a little O-ring right there on it, that after it gets hard and used, it starts leaking. But anyway, once you take this apart, this hose, you can see it goes all the way up to here in order to take it off of there, which is right here. Now I'm going to have to see if I can find some new reinforced vinyl hose like this to put on this. But I've got some 5/16 gas hose, fuel hose, that actually works, but it wouldn't, I don't think it would fit in this old housing. I'd have to do some work on that, which I can do if that's what it takes. But so anyway, with this 5/16 fuel hose, it goes right down on there. You can clamp it. And what I would do if I was going to use this, which I probably will in the future, get me another one of those $5 ones at Tractor Supply or Bill's Farm and Home or wherever you get your hardware for the farm. Stick it on this end, put a clamp on it, as I have had to do with that. As you can see, I had to stretch it to get it to work, because the wand wants a 3/8 hose, and that vinyl hose is about, I don't know, maybe just over 1/4 or something. I just heated it up a little bit and stretched it, which has worked fine. But as the hose gets older, I'm sure that it's not gonna hang in there like I want it to. But anyway, the $20 sprayer, pump up sprayer. And by the way, these pumps will go out. They've got a big O-ring on a plunger. It's got a little rubber flapper on the bottom of the, if I can get it off here, on the bottom of the pump. That's all there is to it. There's an O-ring and that flapper, if you can see it. And the flapper will go bad if it gets hard or whatever. It won't seal. It acts as a check valve. The O-ring on the inside of the tube that's on the shaft. Then on the end of the shaft there's just a plunger. You can buy kits for these for like $5. I know that's, after going through all this, you say the sprayer only costs $20. Yes. You get a cheap wand, plastic, lasts a couple of months, and then your sprayer's no good. And even if your wand lasts, the O-rings on the pump goes out, and the pump's no good. So for $20, if you get 3 months worth out of it, I'm going to say that's exactly what they want you to do, so you go buy another one. I've had that thing forever. I don't know how long now, but so for a $5 wand, a $5 kit, that's $10. This sucker will last forever in this configuration and pump twice as much as that one will. Just because that blue hose, or the blue line on this, on the intake, is more than twice the size of this original one, which is maybe 1/8 inch. That's 1/4 inch. So, if you ever wanted to know about sprayers, this is probably a whole lot more than you ever wanted to know about them. It's my solution. Why they don't just keep making a good sprayer. The first one I ever bought lasted a whole year, and I thought that was a pretty good deal. Had a good heavy wand on it. This wand here that hung in there. Next year, plastic wand, lasts half as long, and I just don't think that's right. Thanks for watching.